Stop beating yourself up over that.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. Aren't you a pastor? I mean, just saying. We'll call him a philanthropath. It's a psychopath disguised as a philanthropist.
Unfortunately, some members of the community use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Because that's how the mind works.
And some of the trees actually still have their leaves.
I used to ride my motorcycle throughout, Healdsburg and Santa Rosa after the fires hit, and I was like, this is not natural.
The perception of truth. Podcast.
I'm Vernon Roach,
And I'm Julianne Bryson.
and this is Perception of Truth Podcast. Yes, and we're back.
Yes.
We're back in black. Well, not really, a little bit anyway. So, no, man, it's we go down these rabbit holes of conspiracies, right? And all of these things, and we're seeking the truth on all this stuff. So, so some of the stuff that's been in recent news is the whole Epstein thing, the Russian collusion stuff coming back, resurfaces again. With now we're finding out that the Obama administration had so much to do with that hoax, like everything to do with that hoax, to the point to where they're on all of the legacy media now talking about treason and all of these things. And it's just like what's right and left, no pun intended. Like where are we at? Like what's really happening? Why are you showing me this?
Well, okay, so first thing that comes to mind when we start talking about all this is, don't you get the feeling that the Trump administration's already known all this stuff? They're just waiting for the perfect moment to drop it, as if they just found out about it. They've known this Russia thing was a hoax for the longest, but they decided to tell us about it now. That's what I'm more interested in. Why all of a sudden is all this stuff about Obama coming out?
Yeah.
Did you see the truth that that Trump posted the other day, the AI-generated video of Obama getting arrested? Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's
so it's an AI, one of those. Yeah. It's a comedy thing.
They're like sitting in the Oval Office together like this, and all of a sudden, like the Secret Service comes in and they just like put handcuffs on Obama. It's so awesome.
No, but I did see I was rolling because this whole thing with that CEO and the HR woman of that whole deal.
That was Coldplay.
The Coldplay concert, right? So of course, it's all showing up in the streams, right?
Right.
So I was watching this AI generated one the other day, and it's them on the cam, and then it stops, and he picks her up and throws her into the audience and runs off. I'm like, oh man, this is getting crazy. AI is getting crazy.
It really is.
So,
it really is.
Which I think helps out all these conspiracies, quite honestly, because you don't know what you're consuming, and it's getting harder to differentiate between what is an AI and what is. I still feel like we're at a point to where you can kind of tell if you pay close attention.
Yeah.
But man, I'm telling you, I have, as of recent, been pulled down.
Oh yeah.
Like, man, is this real? Because I gotta find out if this is real or not.
The sad part is when it is actually true and it gets accused of being AI. That's the part that I worry about, and I do worry about that because I know there's going to be a lot of truths hitting the public coming up here, and I think a lot of people are just going to be like, "No way, I don't believe it." That's Trump telling more lies. Like they actually make out like he's the big liar when they lie all the time about him. I mean, it's so crazy. But I do think something's about to happen with Obama, because why are all these stories coming out right now? It's just the timing of when they tell us about these things as opposed to when they found out about them. They knew about this stuff. They've known about it. Just like Trump acts like he doesn't know the Epstein file. He has all that. He already knows all the people on the Epstein list. That list was released, by the way, like 3 years ago. I've already seen the list.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? I mean,
Yeah.
there's websites you can go to. I mean, of course,
it's hard to look at. It's hard to look at.
Because they're people you like, or
well, no, it's just a lot.
Yeah,
it's not like you have to literally read through a bunch of stuff and then find those parts. And the thing is what's real about that? You know what I mean? We're living in such misinformation age. You really have to, if it says it's from the United States of America's government, from the CIA, and it's declassified, and you start going down this and there's 48 pages before you ever get to a list. It's just like, what is this? And then you have things going on the world stage with like Elon, being like, well, the reason Trump doesn't want all of that to come out is because he's on the list. And now what they're trying to spin, this is the newest,
I know.
is that's why all these allegations toward Obama is coming out, to take the eyes off the fact that he's on this list with the Epstein's files, you know.
I mean, Obama ordered $65,000 worth of hot dogs to the White House. I'm pretty sure he's the guilty pedo here, but you know, I voted for him twice. You know, to be fair, I was totally taken up by his charm and everything as well, and I thought he was going to make a great president. And I found out later that he did zero for the black community.
Yeah,
and he did a whole bunch of other stuff to the population at large. I mean, I think, you know, again, going back to the whole New World Order and one world government, they have to destroy the U.S. from the inside out. They have to, well, first they have to destroy the U.S. because how can they have a one world government if you've got a country like the U.S. where we're all free and we've got guns? So they figured out how to destroy this country from the inside out to usher in the one world government. I mean, this is all on World Economic Forum website. It's, again, if you know where to look, you can find this stuff. And I think Hillary Clinton was supposed to win 2016. And if she would have won that election, we would be in a completely different world right now. Okay. They brought in Obama first, and then they brought in Hillary to finish it off. And she didn't win because I think the military got involved in that election and did not let that election theft actually happen. Whereas in 2020, I think they let it happen. Biden did not win that election. All you have to do is go, I mean, there's documentaries.
Yeah.
So, you know, 2,000 Mules, if you haven't seen it, check it out. You got to dig to find it.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
the truth is there. It's just buried. And sadly, our whole election system is set up for fraud, especially with these Dominion voting machines and everything. It's so much bigger than I think most people realize. And that is crazy if you think about it. But it also makes so much sense.
It does.
Because, like, and then they do this whole thing back to the whole right versus left. They'll pit us against each other, but they're all hanging out behind, you know, closed doors. Like the Bushes and the Obamas, they're like buddies.
Yeah.
I think they're actually related.
They
I
are
think
very-
Obama's related
yeah,
to Bush.
they are,
So,
yeah.
you know, if you're one of these people, we talked about this on another episode, I believe, where it's like right versus left. If you're so like stuck on picking a side, you're going to get duped. It doesn't matter what side you're on. You're going to get duped by the fact that they want us to be focused on the other one as the enemy, as opposed to who the true enemy actually is, which is politicians that don't believe anything that they actually say themselves. They don't care about us. They don't care about anything, their so-called ideals or any of that. They just care about padding their pockets. That's why a lot of people get into politics, because they know they can totally manipulate the stock market. I mean, look at Nancy Pelosi. What was her salary versus her net worth?
Man.
But then you look at all the politicians, and then you're like, this is one big scam.
Facts.
The government, not just in this country either, it's just a big friggin' scam.
Yeah, facts.
To get rich.
Facts. Follow the money. You know, there's a whole AI out there that this guy built an app where it's a financial app where all it does is follow Pelosi's investments.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And it's real in real time.
Yeah.
You know, because here's the thing about it, man. All of that's public knowledge, Wall Street, the trade.
Yeah.
So to see it in real time,
Yeah.
and then understand how lobbyists work and how they work with the politicians and how that's how those narratives get pushed.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm going to give you $500,000 or I'm going to give you $5 million, okay, over the next 2 years, but I want you to push this, push this,
Yeah.
push this. That happens. That's part of how government happens right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing against that. There's nothing, we don't have any policies to say this is illegal or this is wrong. Why do we not have those policies? Why wouldn't that be important? Because it doesn't benefit the politicians.
Right.
It doesn't benefit the deep state. It doesn't benefit the true direction of our government, which is to govern over people.
Yeah, and I think that's part of why they just can't stand Trump, because he wants to reduce the government down to like 5 or 10% of what it is now, which would be great. You know, it's like he's going to reduce our taxes even further. I mean, we don't need all these damn politicians. They're just mess everything up anyway.
Well, the terms, like I love the fact that they're trying to put terms on that
Yeah.
now, so you know you can cap it,
Yeah.
and then get new ideology, continue to evolve along with the needs of the people.
Right, and also that right there is the fact that these jackasses have been in politics as long as they have. I mean, that tells you right there. There's no way they kept winning those elections. Even with Gavin Newsom, they tried to recall him, and then they just did another, false election over that. Like Larry Elder is supposed to be the governor of California right now.
Wow.
And I hope he does get to be get in that seat, because California desperately needs new leadership. They need to get Newscum out of there. That guy is, we could do a whole podcast about that guy, because I've been following his career for decades now. And that whole family, the Pelosi, Newsom, they're just not good people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm hurting the leftists out there, but I'm a California native. I'm keenly aware of the politics in California and how dirty they are. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that at length another time. But
Well, no, let's issue a statement right now. Hey, not only are we have our beliefs, but anybody on that side, anybody tied Newsom himself, all of that, come on the podcast.
Can you come on the podcast and talk to us? Do your little fucking stupid.
Dealing with a myriad of issues. I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days, not just weeks.
Joe Rogan picked up on the strange behavior.
To the ground. And this guy's standing in front of all this stuff. And he's got a smile on his face. And he's talking about land use.
The development plans.
Watch this. Play this.
I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days, not just weeks.
With a big smile on his face. Look at the little wiggle he does with his shoulders. Speculator, watch this. Talking to John. Look at this. Look at this little wiggle. It's excited about the possibilities of speculators coming in. And he's saying, we're move forward. We're going to move forward on that. These people lost their homes.
So I'll tell you, two of the correlations is and I hate to even do this, is going to piss people off, okay?
Yeah.
But Justin Trudeau and him. You know what I'm saying? It's like I could see a sitcom with them being bosom buddies. Remember that sitcom, Bosom Buddies? I can see them having one. They have a lot of similarities.
Trudeau's another one. Ooh, boy.
Sorry, Canada. For all you Canadians.
Canada. No, Canada's really going through it, and it's so sad.
Yeah, the people over there, man, they're taking it on the head. They're taking it right on the forehead. And you got people over there that are really coming to a lot of clarification on what's happening over there. It's crazy how a lot of these governments, they all kind of go in these same cycles. The stuff we're dealing with here in America, it's playing out in Canada in a lot of the same ways. The corruption's being showed. Yeah.
Well, when that whole trucking, the truckers that have their bank accounts frozen and all that, that was like the craziest of crazies. I mean, we've been in the cannabis industry and we've dealt with, our bank accounts being frozen, and we're always like, can you believe they did this to us? And then when it happened on such a huge scale, like in another country like Canada, I was like, wow, that is really something. But see, again, all roads lead back to one world government, new world order stuff, because they want to control us through finance and our money. They want to be able to control everything that we do. So if they can turn off your bank account like that, because you believe in something that they don't want you believing in, think what it'll be like when we've got digital currency and there's no more cash, and they force the mark of the beast, and everybody needs a chip in their wrist or their forehead or wherever they're going to try to put this chip,
Listen to this. Instead of carrying your wallet in your back pocket or your purse, a tech company wants you to keep it under your skin.
All right, so let's explain here. Walletmore is selling microchips implanted in your hand as an alternate payment. Could this be the future? Maybe.
Oh, it's going to be biometric. It'll be to the point to where software will AI will be able to just scan you before you go into a building, and and they'll know exactly who you are, whether you have enough money to come in there. You're not allowed access because you don't need to be in here right now because the government says so. We're definitely on that path. I mean, think about it. We're living in the days of SKYNET from Terminator. You know, we're living in the days of pre-Jetsons. You know, all the stuff. And I had this conversation with you multiple times, and it's we're moving so fast with AI that people are scared to death about that. Even scientists are just scared to death. Like even when they talk about it, it's very absolute. Like you know, you're like we're playing with fire. Like you know. It's self-aware. So what if it decides that the human race is benign? You know, or you know what I'm saying? And just because worthless. You know, to the whatever goals they aspire to have. You know, and I say they because it's almost like a consciousness. It is a consciousness. It's a artificial consciousness. You know.
Well, I heard something recently that gave me a little bit of hope, and it was, you know, AI can't exist without data. And data can't exist without people. So, you know, you take that out of the equation, there is no AI. So I thought that was an interesting take on it. But yeah, it scares me too. I mean, I want to go back to the analog days anyway. I'm over all this technology, except for this cool stuff we got here. We'll keep that.
Oh, they're going to be deep faking us. I mean, we're going to be online saying all crazy stuff, man. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you guys right now out there listening, it ain't all going to be us, okay?
Right.
And they're going to, you know how they do, man. They're going to clip little stuff and make it sound how they want it to sound, and they're going to do. But that's life now. Yeah. That's this buffet style society we live in.
Yeah.
You know, this is feeding the masses. This is not about in legacy media. You know, it's gotten to the point where it's not about having real information. It's about who gets the information out first, regardless of how it hurts somebody.
Or accuracy.
Accuracy, Matt, that's fact checking. Yeah. We're fact checking everything. And please fact check us. That's what I want. I want you to go out there and go down your rabbit hole. I hope that Julianne and I inspire everybody to go out there and have your own journey of critical thinking and figure out what the truth is.
Yeah.
And then bring it here to us. Hit us up.
Yeah.
At Treatables, we understand that every pet is unique, so we offer a range of products to meet their specific needs, all packed with the same powerful 5-in-1 benefits for a balanced, healthy lifestyle, whether it's easing stress, supporting joints, boosting immunity, balancing digestion, or bringing calm to the day. Treatables products are designed with these 5 essential benefits in mind. For pets who prefer a crunchier option, our hard chewables are crafted to be both satisfying and beneficial. Our soft chewables provide all the same benefits in an easy-to-enjoy form that's easier on teeth for senior pets. If you're looking for flexibility, our oil droppers let you control the dosage with ease and for targeted relief. Our transdermal cream works directly on the skin, providing a soothing direct application for aches and stresses, but can also be used for general purposes by applying to the tips of the ear. A healthy, happy pet means harmony for the whole family.
Our PowerPoint presentation by Chief NASA Scientist Dennis Bushnell at the Langley Center in July 2001 detailed a plan to wage war on humanity and radically depopulate the planet in the year 2025. According to the NASA presentation, the year 2025 will feature terrorist attacks in the United States, biological attacks, weather manipulation, and an EMP or electromagnetic pulse. Critical infrastructure will be destroyed as part of the plan to bring civilization to its knees, and American citizens will be tortured on primetime news. Deborah Taveras has the details about this disturbing NASA presentation.
It was on the NASA website, and it was a document that actually is a PowerPoint presentation by Dennis Bushnell, the chief NASA scientist. You read that on page 66, they say increasingly critical are human limitations and human downsides. Humans are too large, and we require huge logistical trains, meaning we cost way too much money to maintain, and humans have rapidly decreasing to negative value. On the same page 93, they say exploit CNN syndrome. Now, CNN, of course, is the network, the news media network, propaganda machine, and was set up by the CIA. You can watch the movie called War on stopthecrime.net for all the background information on CNN. Very, very interesting information.
Everything she said was this depopulation agenda. We've talked about it so much on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's all kinds of documentation of it, and I hope that woman was never unalived. I hope she's still with us, but I won't be surprised if she got in trouble for exposing that when she did.
Well, I'd just like to mention that no unaliving is going to happen with me.
None here.
Yeah,
I love my life.
so I love talking about these things, and
Yep.
and this one in particular is just mesmerizing to me because of the depopulation part of it, like lowering the footprint of the world, like this is stuff obviously that elites are having conversations about at brunch, like this is normal.
Yeah.
This is like, oh, how, we need to get rid of people.
Well, why do you think they're all building their own bunkers?
Yeah.
You heard about these bunkers?
Yeah.
Because they're gearing up to just try to depopulate. I don't think that's ever going to be successful.
Yeah.
I think God will win this. But this is literally like the climax of the spiritual war that we are living in right now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Can't remember which podcast it was. I don't know if it was Theo Vaughn or Joe Rogan, but Zuckerberg was on there, and one of them were talking to him about his underground facility he has, and he confirmed it. He said, "Yeah, I've got one," and just normal. It's my thing. It's what I do, and I'm sure all the other ones have their versions of that too.
Yeah.
So I'm not in that program, so I don't.
Imagine a person playing God, trying to determine who gets to live in the world and who gets to die.
Yeah.
And that number of people that get to live is 5% of what it is now. Imagine being the person that has the ability to make those decisions.
I think we've seen those kind of things happen and play out in the past few years with the pandemic. I think that they made the elitists made those decisions.
Yeah.
And we're telling small businesses not to operate.
Yeah.
Telling people to stay in their homes. So we've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen versions of it, but to get to the level of saying, well, these people deserve to live and die, or we got to figure out how to depopulate. It's very contrasting from things I've heard. Like I've also heard that from very smart people, very intelligent people, that we're on a brink of collapse with population in certain places. Like that's something Elon talks about. Elon Musk.
Well, again, that goes back to the fertility issue and why do so many people have difficulty procreating?
Yeah.
And I believe that there's so many toxins in our environment that create infertility. Not only vaccines, it's in the water and food and all the stuff that RFK is trying to ban right now.
Fluoride, right? That's a big part.
The infertility is a big issue with the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
And other vaccines too.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Bill Gates just made all these women totally sterile.
Yeah.
With I believe it was the tetanus shot. The tetanus shot actually had infertility drug in it.
So these are trials that they're doing.
They use India and Africa for all these vaccine trials.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Bill Gates is actually quoted as saying that India is like his lab. It's where they do all their R&D.
It's kind of a laboratory to try things that then, once you prove them out in India, you can take to other places. And so our biggest non-U.S. office for the foundation is in India, and then most number of pilot rollout things we're doing anywhere in the world are with partners in India.
They do it on human beings.
Yeah. Yeah, the way he says it, he's trying. It's like it's normal because this is where I have these operations, and this is normal that I'm doing research and development for my companies I have and own.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's this nefarious type agenda, right?
Well, then they set up all these, NGOs, non-government organizations, and they put their family members and friends in, on the board, and then they use it as a way to just like funnel money and launder money and stuff. I mean, Bill Gates didn't get rich for being a good guy. He got rich by being diabolical.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to you gotta laugh so you don't cry, right? So,
Exactly.
So I always think of Elon putting that pregnant man emoji out there next to Bill Gates' face,
Yeah.
you know, and them side by side, and him heckling him on X, you know. Look, man, look, that right there is the levity I need in my life. You know, I got to look at this stuff and look at the comedy in it. It's. I was telling somebody the other day, like, I feel like my relationship with God, it's like I'm in a sitcom.
Yeah.
and I'm like, I get to break the wall, you know, and I get to turn around and look at God and say, are you seeing this?
Right.
Help me out here. Help me understand what's really going on, because this can't be real. This is.
Do you ever listen to that rapper Chris Webby?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Like during COVID, he had Raw Thoughts. There's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 of them. Oh my goodness! You got to go listen to the lyrics and watch the video too.
Yeah,
The videos
yeah.
are so
Yeah.
good. He's a great rapper.
Yeah. I love when artists push the boundaries and go out here and create these things. There's a lot of artists right now, even people in our orbit, like rappers like Bez Believe and things like that my boy John Connor is helping produce. And it's the political narratives that they express in that art is so brilliant. How it's like you can actually get educated.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean? And go down rabbit holes by listening to this rapper.
Yeah.
Or listening to this rapper, you know, and all of them have different views, but it's just dead on, like, and it's a skill in that lane to really be able to hone your craft to the ability to make content like that.
Yeah, no, we'll have to run some of the songs
Yeah.
on this podcast, but like he opens up one of those songs as saying like, you know, it's my goddamn American right to speak my mind. You don't like it, you can suck my you know what. And I just love that. And then he talks about freedom of speech like throughout the whole song and how important it is to him. But it's like the way he delivers the rhymes. It's amazing. So yeah, shout out to Chris Webby. Shout out. You know, and you make a good point, man. We're living in a time where our First and Second Amendment is like, we've got to hold on to those kind of things and more than we ever have, because they're trying to rip that stuff away with every turn and every 24-hour period that we're alive and on this earth. They're trying to take as much away as they can in the United States of America. Now, that's one thing I know to be a fact. Yeah.
That's just like bills that get put on the House floor and things that go through legislature. Like it'll have this beautiful package and it'll have this one thing that resonates with everybody. But then you've got to look at the other 150 things that's in that bill.
Yep.
That's being pushed through. Yep. It's such a bait and switch. It's a bait and switch.
It's the whole system is so broken. It's really sad, but I think it's going to change. They got to reduce the government though. That's why, like, you know, that's the one thing. I don't care what anybody says about Trump. I'm all for draining the swamp. Get these dirty politicians out of here. You know, if you think it doesn't affect your life that like 95% of the government's corrupt, just come talk to us. We'll give you a whole list of things. Because I've heard people actually say that. Well, I don't care who's president. Like, it doesn't make any difference on my life. And I'm just like, really? You really think that? Okay.
Yeah. Forget depopulating the world. Let's depopulate Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do that, right? I think that needs to come up at the next World Economic Hearing. I think.
Well, they need to depopulate all the politicians, not even just in this country, but all the World Economic Forum.
Yeah.
Puppets. Those people are the
they
ones
need accountability,
because they're the ones that are sitting around having conversations about what that woman exposed in that video.
Yeah,
they're the ones that are deciding who's going to live and who's going to die. And they're also the ones that have all these underground bunkers. So that's the world we live in.
Yeah. Well, I found out recently that we've got bunker busters. So I mean, watch out, bunkers.
Yeah, right?
So, I mean, America will just come over and knock the shit out of you. You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of where we're at. We're living in a lot of things that growing up Baptist like I did, it was always fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
And we're living in this wars and rumors of wars more than I've ever seen in my lifetime, you know, and people can say, well, it's just a cycle. It keeps happening. Yeah, but it's super aggressive right now to the point of just destroying things in the Middle East right now. Like that place is just a literal just war zone, literally.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know that, but that's just the truth, you know?
Yeah.
And so many lives being lost and so much stuff going on for what? You know, what's the truth there? What is the real agenda? What is it? Because that's where I get like really frustrated a lot of times on this journey is it's hard to differentiate what's right and what's wrong anymore. And you see it play out in real time now. And it's just like they were saying in that video. The elitists put it right there in front of you.
Yeah, well, it's all part of their, they have to divulge their plans. Like it's part of their sick satanic creed, actually.
Wow.
Where if they tell you what they're about to do or what they're doing and you don't object to it, that's the same as you agreeing to it.
Oh.
That's the
free will.
That's the thinking behind it.
Free will.
They know that God gave us free will. Okay?
Man.
But they don't serve the same God as us. Okay?
Wow,
That's
deep,
it's
man.
so deep and dark.
Oh, that's
so why
true.
you got to cover yourself with the blood of Jesus every day.
Amen to that. Yes, that part.
Because who else is going to protect you? You think their God is going to protect you? No, their God is Satan.
Yeah.
Satan wants us dead.
Yeah. Well, here you go. Let me show you something. This is what I've been doing to Satan. Take that shit somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe none of that. I'm rolling with JC, baby.
Right.
All day.
Right.
I can't have my soul. That's mine.
Yeah. Hey guys, wanted to just tell you about some fun developments here at Auntie Dolores. For those of you that have known us a long time, we did get our start back in 2008 in San Francisco, California, when there was only 4 other edibles companies. And we actually stopped making edibles years ago because we got so busy with Treatables, our sister brand, which is a pet CBD brand. But we're back. This is Auntie Dolores 2.0. And we've got some exciting items on the menu, including some 10 milligram caramel chews and 25 milligram mango gummies. Now the gummies are extra special because they've got some myrcene in them. And if you don't know, myrcene comes from mango. It's actually a terpene that actually magnifies the THC benefits a little bit more. Check it out. You'll see what I mean when you start to feel it coming on.
Stop beating yourself up over that.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. Aren't you a pastor? Just saying. We'll call him a philanthropath. It's a psychopath disguised as a philanthropist.
Unfortunately, some members of the community use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Because that's how the mind works.
And some of the trees actually still have their leaves.
I used to ride my motorcycle throughout, Healdsburg and Santa Rosa after the fires hit, and I was like, this is not natural.
The perception of truth.